some pen,
Yeah.
right? And or your cell phone, either. You can write notes there. And what else do we need for this training?
I didn't understand.
What else do we need for training today? Do we need something else? Equipment?
We will practice our kicks with the bands and some chirigis and makis, how to use it properly. So it will take all the focus today.
Perfect. You know, Elif, I wanted to tell you of the broadcasting, but I have to say now, for the registration of the event, is coming really soon. The first online European Championships. We have already more than 600, actually almost 700 athletes registered. So that's a really good number. And many people registering. We have only 3 days for the registration close. So if you that are watching us now didn't register yet, you can still do it. You have 3 more days to go. So please remember to register. It's going to be a really good event together with World Taekwondo Europe, Laedo and us. I believe, Elif, that this is going to be a success. We've been doing trainings with referees. We're preparing the scoring system, many things that behind scenes the people can't see, but there is a staff working very hard every day, almost 24/7, in order to deliver a very good event. So I think that, and then you please, Elif, can you invite the people to join this event?
Of course. We all Poomsae players are having really less of competitions around the world. So it is a great opportunity for us to join and communicate each other again. So please join to us at there. I still didn't register, but I'm a diva. I am waiting for the last day.
Yeah. I just love that.
So please join us out there, and we can have fun. We can still have fun out there. These days are so hard. I'm feeling the same too sometimes. But trying to get over with so many things I am doing in my home, from my home. So let's compete from our home. It will be different for every of us.
Yeah. Do you think, Elif, before we start training, do you think that just that doubt came to my mind now? Do you think that an athlete in these times of COVID-19 still can keep in shape? Even if they are not going to the gym, do you think that really the people can keep in shape, or you just become more lazy and don't do things? What do you think?
It is actually about your ambition and your psychological growth for you. But as a sports science, you can stay still in shape, but you can't improve yourself as a muscle. You need weights, you need more pressure to get better as a muscle up. But most of us are so getting lazy. I know that. Even I am. Even I am getting lazy in home. I always find something different to figure out in home or change somewhere. But if you have a goal, you have to focus on that, even if you have to stay at home. So you got to do that.
Yes, you said a key point, I believe, and thank you for that, because I also think the same way that you. You have to maintain your vision. You have to keep focused on what you want, on your goals. In that way, you have that chance of not being that lazy. Of course, that on these times you don't train as usual, probably, but if you have a clear idea in your mind, that makes you do good things and keep in shape, I believe. I agree. I totally agree with you. So yeah, I mean, I want to welcome now to all the people that is connecting around the world through the 3 platforms of Fast Taekwondo: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So thank you for following us as all the instructor squad sessions. So I hope and I really know that the people is going to enjoy this session with you, Elif. So welcome again already. Keep sending your messages, people. Doesn't matter if you want to send them in English. You can send them in Spanish too. I can read them. What else? What other language can they send, Elif? So you can read.
I will try my best.
Okay.
I'm not good at so.
Don't worry. I
think I can understand, but I can't answer.
No, I mean. So, what other language can they send the questions?
Yeah, probably. Of course.
Yeah, they can send in other languages too, right?
So you can translate.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I can handle it. I think that I can handle it in Spanish and English. That's so far it's enough for me. But yeah, okay. Please send their messages and let's start to have training, have some fun. The time is yours, Elif.
Okay, guys. So we are starting with some theoretical knowledge as anatomically and biomechanics. So we have muscles and bones, and we have meridians in our body, like Earth. So in our muscles, we have a myofascial tissue over the muscle. So it is connecting to other tissues in our body, and it's actually saving the muscle. Okay, so the movement is important in body. We are moving as a kinetic chains. If you want to do this technique, this move, there is a kinetic chain in this muscles and bones and all the tissues you're using. We are closing these chains as open or closed kinetic chains. If you want to do that flexion, your kinetic chain is starting with your spine and then shoulder and your arm and your whole arm. Okay. So you have to think about it. So we will figure it out in the kicks what we are using as a kinetic chain or which meridian we use. Okay, that will make it easier to use elastic bands to get your kicks faster or stronger or more stabilized and more balanced. Okay, so. We will use the meridians with elastic bands training. First, we need to warm up, of course, and after that, we will start to use the bands. So, I don't know if you can see me correctly here. Yeah, good. Okay, let's start with the jump, a little warm up. I won't make it long. So steps forward again. And switch. The movement with the arm. And back. So we will pull the knee up. A little jacks. Okay, inhale and exhale, feet are together, and we will start the count again. 2 down, 2 up, okay? Ready? Back is straight. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last 2, 3, 4. Stay here. Feel your back muscles. And go down more. And down. Now in this happy position. So, hands are on the knees again. And count to down, count to up. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heels not leaving the floor. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last one. 3, 4. Stay. Go back down. Okay, so 2 shoulder sides adapted and heels are going more far from your body and tiptoes are in. You're staying here. Feel your hamstring, your glutes, your calves. And back to down. Again. Hands are on the ground. Just try to mobilize your hip. And next session we can train with the mobilization. So, bend your knees, hips is in down, and push it to floor. Side. Circle. Here. You're holding one leg and stretch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. And down again. Bend your knees. Straight the one. Support the knee with the elbow. And rotate from the hip. And stretch a little. Sit and rotate your upper body to the leg. And lay. And stretch from the submaximal place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Stay in the max. Support your knee again and reach into middle. And switch sides. Straight. Rotate from the heel. Rotate your upper body and reach your submaximal and stretch here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And find your maximum here and stay there. And now support your knee again and reach in the middle. Try to push your hip to floor. And sit. As a Poomsae players, our hips are so stiff, usually. Even the most flexible one having the same situation. So we have to relax them. You know, the myofascial things, tissues on the muscle has to get released. So stretching is the good one for this. So reaching the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Push your knees gently. And in the front. So, hold your foot and try to reach forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stay in the submax. Try to reach your max. Feel your muscles. And back. Okay. So, we will do apchagis and yopchagis. That's why I want to use the split. So, make your split and try to relax your hip flexor and your hamstring. Try to move backwards, forward. Now, rotate your body to front and look at your backward foot and try to reach it with your shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push your hip down. 9 and 10. Now rotate your upper body to other leg. Try to push your hip in the backwards. Still hard. Now stretch forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stay. And switching. Just a little most to mobilize to your joints. Now, rotate your upper body here and try to reach that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push your hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now rotate again and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Feel your muscle there. Push your hip to floor. And hold it. I will keep it short as a stretching because I want to make you to notes in your home and afterwards train more. So we are on the knees and push your hip to floor again. And stand up. One last stretch. And ready. So, I'm always talking about, I am saying the meridians. So I will try to explain what are they. Meridians are the myofascial lines in our bodies. We have 6 meridians in our body, and we are using all of them in specific moves. And all the moves they can work together as well. So what about these meridians? They are front superficial meridians. They are back superficial meridians. They are side meridians and spiral superficial meridians as well. There is the deep meridians also, but we are mostly using superficial ones. So I will try to show you that which one we are using. Let's thinking about Yokchagi. Just try to imagine which muscles you are using while you're doing Yokchagi from the start to the end. Okay, so first we are focusing on the legs, right? But this is not correct. We are using whole body segments in Yokchagi. That's why we are using spiral lines in the myofascial meridians. Spiral lines are starting from the back of your body. And I am always talking about the core, but it is come to cross in your core. It is came into your hip. I will try to show you with my hand. It's coming to your hip, going back to your leg. It's ending in here. Okay, so whole body muscles are affected when you're trying to do Yokchagi. That's why in Poomsae, we're always using the spiral line meridians in your facial meridian lines. Okay. The other fact in the body, our techniques are so much complex. So one elastic band won't be enough for you. So that's why we will use 2 or 3 bands in the same time with some specific techniques like Apchagi, because it seems like so easy, but it is actually not easy to fix or explain in the theoretical. So I want to remind you the movement of your Yokchagi. So you know what is squat, right? You're going back and up again. So imagine me that I am kicking, but you are looking at me from the top. Okay, I am holding my knee, pulling it, and extending to the side, right? So I will try to show you like you're looking at me from the top. I pull, I flex in my knee, and I'm kicking like that. Isn't it looking so similar to deep squat? But your upper body is stabilized, right? It is almost the same. But when you try to kick with some power with your bands, how to train it properly. First example, I will show you the wrong ones first, and after I will show you the correct as I research. Most of the players are using 3 kinds of bands. One is like this, and the other is here. And the most basic one is the one line bands. So most of the players are doing this. Hold the band here and try to kick. Do you really think when you train like this, all your body muscles are working? The answer is no. Has to be no. Your muscles are not working here. Only your hip and quadriceps lumborum, the muscle in here next to your spine in the lumbar area, is working hard, which is not functional for us. So, first wrong example was this. Another one is here, like that. Yeah. Another wrong example is here. You know, I don't feel any muscles here. Just because of the pulling, I am just feeling stretch, and I guess I am feeling more flexible when I do like that. But in the real Yopchagi, I can't kick like that. Why? You're asking this question, right? You can kick 180 degrees with your elastic band when you train like this, but without your band, you can't kick, right? Why? So your band is pulling your leg, just without a muscle contraction. You have to contract all the muscles in your bodies. The other example is this. This one is sometimes in some angles is useful, but not exactly. It is just making it harder for your quadriceps, in the lateral side of your quadriceps. So it will be unuseful, okay? That was the 3 examples of your wrong practice methods. So I will show you the right one. The left will be my kicking leg. So I will put it to my foot first. This is the first version, okay? So I said it is coming from the back, spiral line. Imagine your spiral line, and it's come to your hip and cross of your body in your core, and it is ended in your shoulder, right? I'm trying to show you the exact use of your elastic band. So let's practice. Okay, here I pull it. Now I can feel the pressure. Okay, if you are trying right now, or if you will try later, just let me know if you feel or not. When I am doing this, not like this, here, you can feel more pressure and more balance system here as well. The other thing is coming from I have to check my notes. Yeah, okay. So, as I said, here, from back to your hip, and guess where it is? To another hip. I'm trying to make it here. Okay. Now, this technique is useful for the middle Yopchagi because of the supporter one. You have to stabilize it in your hip. So you can push forward and you can feel all the muscles, your glutes, your hamstring, your quadriceps, even your tibialis anterior. You can feel all the muscles in here. That was another example. And the other one, we like to use our supported foot and in our band exercises. So again, we are holding it right here. It is so useful to teach right technique here. So for teaching the technique, you should practice in the middle first, and after you're reaching the top, okay? So I'm holding it and trying to kick forward, okay? It will great pressure. You can feel great pressure in your hip, and you know all the Poomsae players I said before has hip injuries around the world. So it will be good. It will be really good treatment for them. So you can train your chagi by this ways. So how we can train up chagi? We need, as I said before, this is a complex. I have to say, you need to at least 2 bends when you want to try a bends, and you need one partner for make it train more. The first thing we have to understand in upchagi, we are using both 2 systems, frontline system and spiral systems. So first we are pulling the knee, your hip flexors are working on, and after that your quadriceps and hamstring working, okay? So first we will try, because of I don't have a partner here, I will try to show you the correct way to train. First, we will train for the quadriceps and hamstrings for the upchagi. Stabilize the one here in your hamstring, and the other one, really shortly, is going to your foot, your kicking foot. So, pulling is another deal for the hip flexor. But the other thing we have to work on is for this flexion and extension. You can feel the muscle contract here. So you can work on. This is the first thing. This is the first label you got to do with your partner. So, what about the hip flexors? I will try to stabilize my bed here. So, it will be so hard without a partner. For the hip flexion is like pulling the knee, like bending here. This is a hip flexion as well. So this is for the hip flexion movement. You need a partner over there to pull your bend, and pulling is not enough. It has to help you with the height of your knee, okay? Because when it's stabilizing here, in some points, some ankles, you're feeling it is working, but from the up, it's you stop feeling your muscle there. So that's why while you're pulling your knee, your partner has to make it higher in your with your knee. Okay. So when you start to pull, it's going up. When it's back, he's not pushing forward. Okay. So when you want to train for your hip flexor, you will just pull and go back. The important thing, when you want to train with your bends, you shouldn't be so much explosive. It has to be, really slow movements to to feel your muscles here. When you feel your muscles, you know how to do that movement, and if you know which muscle is working, it will be easier to fix it when you get injured. Okay, I think you understand the hip flexor working with the Untitled. So let's try it with 2 bands and see how it works. It is so hard for me because it is for the ankles. It has to end, your upper band has to end in your hamstring, like biceps femoris. It will be more effective for us. So I will try my best. My legs are so much. I don't know. And the other is in my leg. I want to imagine that I have a partner. So I am trying here. It looks so much complicated, right? But it is not. I am holding here, starting with the pull and open it and back. Okay? Open and back. Actually, it is so easy to figure it out when you know your muscles working, how they're working, and which direction they're using. So in some Chirugis, we don't only have kicks, we already have punches and blocks. Again, I will show you the thing you're doing in front. For example, working for the Chirigi. I saw some videos like people are working like here. I think you can understand when I am pushing my fist forward and when I'm pulling the other backward, then it's helping me. If you have any help to do some moves, is it really works your muscles? I think no. Is it work on your health, on your technique? Yeah, maybe, but it is useful. No, it is not. I'm talking about the Chirigi now. When you're pushing your fist forward, while you're pushing it forward, you have to pulling as strong as you push, okay? Like you have to pull it strong again. That's why we will use these bands with 2 sections of the workout. First, we have to push, right? And we have to push in the direction of the meridians, and the upper body meridians in the fist, and there's some Chirugis, is coming from the shoulder, the opposite shoulder that you're pushing. Opposite shoulder comes to your back line and under your arm to forward, okay? I will show you like this immediately. I am trying to finish it. It's coming from my back, okay? My 2 scapulas, okay? It's coming, and my cat is here. Okay. It's coming under my arm, and it's back ended in the forward of my fist, okay? Now, try to imagine the pressure of fist. This is really hard. And you work on this, like here, you can feel all the muscles working. So you can switch. It's coming from the up, from shoulder here, and down. And my cat is here and watching me from my phone. Here, okay? It's like twisting around my upper body. Hi. Okay. Now practice again for your punch, for your chirigi. You can feel even the rotation here. You can feel the pressure. You can feel your muscles are working in this rotation. So that's how we getting stronger in Poomsae with the bands. What about the pulling one? It is actually exactly, it's coming, that power is coming from outer to your body. So that's why you have to stabilize. You have to stabilize your band here and pull it like slowly you can do. I don't have anywhere to stabilize it like my height. So I will show you like that. Imagine that I have some stabilizer in front of me and I am moving as I did a chirigi. So I am pulling it slowly, okay? This is the thing you can train with the bands for chirigi. What about the makis? The preparation of the makis are important. So actually it is a clue that where to stabilize our band and how to train them. Imagine that I use my right arm so much, so I will use my left arm. So for arimaki, for only the maki hands, it has to come from here, right? So direction has to be here, okay? And the movement is like a little rhomboid movement here in your scapula, and after that, extension on your elbow. So first, you're holding here, and we don't use the other hand. You're holding here, and we are just try to extend in the direction of the technique. It is a good teaching way to write directions to your kids. And this is a good way to train your triceps and biceps and same together. So, how to train for Ogumaki? We had talking about meridians. The meridians are so much important for the training with the bands because it is like a bending all of your body. In Ogumaki, there is an opposite side from your body. The pressure is going to high. So that's why this is so much important for your back of your shoulders, your rhomboids, and your trapezius, and your latissimus dorsi. All of your back is working in your Ogumaki. And that's why we have to train the angles first. When we do an Ogumaki, the whole arm is stabilizing as an angle. It is not closing, it is not getting wider. It has to stabilize and it has to write a whole circle in front of your body. So that's why we are using only one band and open it up. Okay? It is so much short for me. I'm not strong enough for this. Imagine that, because I don't have a partner, imagine that this is going to flow like that, and I am opening my block to upwards, okay? And when you finish with your blocking hands, you can continue with two hands together, like not taking a position for the opposite hand, but only pulling the sides. Okay, I will make it shorter for you. Okay, this is another direction of our maki. So the last one is coming from the side of the body. It's like montaman maki. So we need another stabilizer like this. So as a meridian, our front line meridian is working on. Take a position here. Just because the angles of the movement, it is almost like a quarter circle. So your partner has to be there to move with you. The starting point has to be in a correct way. So when you try to rotate the technique, it has to move with you and push your bends with your movement. Okay? So the lesson is done because everything I can say and teach you with the bends is this. If you have any questions, I am ready to answer.
Nice, Elif. Great work. Thank you very much for all these tips you gave us because I was like at the screen, like yeah. Very focused on the tips you're giving because are very important. So thank you very much for that. We have, of course, many people commenting through all social media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So thank you very much. First, I want to send some ratings for the people that are online now. So cheers and big hug to Chesney, who is connected, says, great, Elif. Thank you for the training. People from Ecuador saying hello to you. Our friend Cedric, the SARS from Belgium, always online.
Yeah, thank you. He is.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Again, people from Germany, people from Portugal watching, people from Colombia, people from living in Spain, but from Ecuador. Okay, more. Luis Flores says, okay, how can you tell us what kind of bands are you using?
I am showing just a minute. I am using two kind of bands, like the one like circle. I don't know the name of this band.
Okay.
But the other is, kind of like this. Perfect. There's levels 1, 2, 3, 4 till the 8. So it is so much useful for every training you're doing. But for the, the stabilizing the hip, it has to be wider.
Right.
This is for the ankles. So you can find it easily in any sport brand.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Perfect. Alex Salgado says, gracias, Elif. Eric Salas reporting from Mexico. Well, actually, Ignacio, we're asking what you already said. Where can I find those bands? So, yeah, you can look for them almost anywhere, right? Almost.
Yeah. We had a great shops in Turkey. I guess it is international. The name of Decathlon.
Yeah.
I am buying all those things from Decathlon, so you can find it easily.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Like an advert.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. Lisa McGugan she's saying hello from Ireland. So, yeah, great to Ireland. Thank you, Lisa, for being with us. Many people. Hello, watching here in Saudi Arabia. Camilo. Good. Nice. Hello from Brazil. Luciano, our friend too. Thank you for being with us. Camilo saying this is very informative. Thank you guys for your effort. Thank you, Elif, again for your
You're
support.
welcome.
Yeah, Sergio saying your explanation are so specifics and at the same time easy to understand. Rating from Colombia.
I am so glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, this class is being really useful. So thank you very much. Yeah, many messages coming just now. They know that we are reading, so people is writing now. So thank you very much. Yeah, waiting for our friend too, Ivan Kajc from Croatia, that's watching.
Hi, Ivan. Ivanovsky, I love you. Miss you.
We all miss you, yeah. John Polio watching, ratings. Because also to Arelis Medina in Puerto Rico. Yeah, many people. Thank you very much. You know, how often can the people train with the elastic bands?
How
often? How often can they? Yeah.
It actually depends on their training schedule. You know, in the first micro training plan of mine, I'm using my elastic bands in the, you know, how to say that, when I'm really close to my competition days, I'm using my elastic bands for warm-up.
Okay.
So it depends on the sportman. Good. Actually.
Okay. So you recommend it specifically, I mean, you use them for warming up prior competitions, but in other period of your training, you could use them too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Perfect. Okay. Lisa has a question here. Do you have a tip for hamstring injury and exercise to help?
Yeah, I have a really deep hamstring injury, and I always, and my all physiotherapists are using the bands for the treatments. So it will be helpful, but won't be enough actually for the injuries.
Okay, but what would you recommend? If there is anyone with a hamstring injury, like Lisa saying, what exercise do you recommend?
Actually, I can't say a specific exercise because I have to learn what exactly the problem, you know, is in the muscle tissue, maybe in the bone, maybe in the joints. So has to know that, and after I can say it as a professional. So these trainings will be good for your hamstrings. It won't hurt you, but it won't be so helpful for your injury. It won't be enough.
Okay, perfect. Good to know. Well, Joel is asking in YouTube, when training with the bands, is better to feel like the band is pulling really hard or just a light pull is enough?
Actually, light pull is enough because, you know, band is moving when you're trying to do your technique. You can, if you use a really hard one, you can injure your joints. Maybe you cannot control it. Your muscles can't get enough with as a power. So light or middle is enough.
Perfect.
But I never recommend the hard ones because this is a complex movement.
Right. Good to know. Okay. Giuseppe Pirino is saying, hello, Elif. Greeting and a hug from Italy. Good. Okay. Tamu Deepak saying, how can we use proper spiral way of using band while doing box or side split or stretching?
Actually, I need to draw this. It is so hard to show it with my bands. So, my mom is coming. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for the support of your mother. Thank you.
So, side splits, you can use the sidelines of the meridians, you know, sideline meridians. So your your band will be stabilized here, is going down here, and rotate from the belly and back from there. So it will be so much helpful, I guess.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Prince Emmanuel saying superstar Elif. Thank you. Okay, Sergio is asking, I have a question about how to train your body to recover position after the execution of job chagi.
It is so hard to explain, actually. Let's make another video about this.
Okay.
It is good. So long, you know.
Nice. Now you have a suggestion for next lesson.
Yeah.
Good. So, okay. People from Turkey, many people from Turkey watching. So, yeah, you have many people around.
Hoş geldiniz. Teşekkürler.
Okay, nice. Okay, Jose Jesus Marquez is watching the video. Thank you very much. Pedro Ventura, greetings. Regina Quicano, also from Peru. Our friend Rafael Carvajo, also. Many people are connected. Okay, another question here. What do you think about the online European Poomsae Championships? Is the people asking? What do you think about this initiative?
It is actually so motivational things for us. After the sad news about our cancellation of World Taekwondo Championships, the World Taekwondo Poomsae Championships, canceled. It is actually motivate all of us. So we missed each other. I know we missed each other so much. Especially I am because it is the 4 years ago I saw guys around. It is the way. It is the chance we can keep in touch again and have fun from our home. Just forget about the bad things happening. It is a good opportunity for us. Thank you, World Taekwondo Europe.
Thank you very much. Mariam is asking, how often do we have to stretch to become more flexible? And which exercises do you recommend for the split?
Split. Oof. This is these questions are like training sessions. I can answer that by this way. This is so many ways to do that. But when I want to improve my splits, I, try to check the gymnastic players and ballerinas. So I tried their trainings for the splits. You have to start from zero, actually. You have to bend first. You have to make your hamstrings stretch and flexible. And after that, step by step, you can go down and you can make sure that your hip and all the leg muscles are get flexed. So you can improve your split by this way, step by step. I don't know how to explain it like here.
You did. Thank you. Sergio saying, okay, another video for my question will be lovely. Don't hate us, Elif. You are
never.
This is cool. He says.
Thank you so much. I'm a teacher. This is my job. I love to teach.
Thank you very much. Vanessa Alfaro saying hello from Costa Rica, from Taekwondo Xinjiang. So she's saying at Central America, saying hello to you. Yeah, many people connected. So I'm really glad. Cass Atol Jesse from Turkey saying we love Elif.
Thank you. I love you guys.
So yeah, many people connected. So thank you very much for all the messages you've been sending through all the social media channels, MASTKD.com, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You please keep sending us. You probably may have the chance, Elif, later to to answer some messages through all our social media channels, so that people are even more happy to be in touch with you. So yeah, I think that these kind of initiatives from World Taekwondo Europe, Daero, and MASTKD are very useful in order to bring to all the homes good lessons from the Taekwondo stars like you are. So yeah, Elif, tell us how are you handling a day? How is a normal day now in this pandemic for you? What do you usually do?
Actually, it is so funny for me because it is so weird. I'm writing my master's thesis. My almost whole time is spending on laptop. After that, when I get so much bored, I just get up and kick. Just holding somewhere and kick your Chagi is like, 20, 50, 60, 100, and after that, I am trying to eat healthy, but I am not so successful about it. I can't lie, I have to be honest. Afterwards, I am working about my book. I am writing about the Yopchagi, the training methods of Yopchagi.
Really? You're writing a book?
Yeah.
Nice.
For only Yopchagi.
Nice.
Yeah. I am trying to figure it out. I have so many ideas. And
that's great news.
Yeah. It's been 2 years that I'm writing. I'm writing. It's just adding so many methods from the basics to the complex. So I think I will publish it in the next summer, but I don't know.
Nice. Thank you for those great news. All of us, of course, I will be waiting for it. So you please tell us when it's ready to be published.
Yeah,
so we can share all around the world with the people interested. I know that there will be many people waiting for that too. So yes, let's share it with the world. That's just nice.
Yeah, thank you
very much for saying that. Yeah. Joel is saying, thank you so much for the training and advices for using the bands. It's so interesting. I'd never heard of using the meridian that way before. Great class, he says.
Thank you. I am glad to hear that.
Okay, another question here. When I do a whole squat like Elif at the beginning of the training, my heels are detached from the ground and I can't put them down. What can I do to fix it?
It actually depends so many things. So I have to see and palpate the muscles first. I have to be honest to say these things, so it will be dangerous if I say something wrong. It can depend on your Achilles tendons, and depends on your calves and hamstring. Maybe it depends on your how to say that, your nerves, your spinal nerves. So I have to see what is going on in your body. I have to palpate. I have to see your muscle attachments if it's correct. So I can't say a one exercise to do that. So it is so complex.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's good enough. Vanessa Alfaro is asking from Costa Rica. Poomsae for kids, please recommendations. For example, exercises. My daughter is 10 years old, she says.
10 years old, Poomsae exercises. So, as a support science and training scientists, we are idolizing. The kids has to have fun. So until to get 10 years old in sport. So in Turkey, 10 years old kids are competing. So it is not about the making fun in Turkey, actually. But I can see all Europe and all over the world, they're doing it for fun. So let's let's try to make them have fun in trainings. It's like the more discipline, like I have to kick, I have to push so strong. So make fun. Just try to teach them to have fun when you do your train well.
Perfect.
That's all I can say now.
Perfect. Good. Thank you very much for the recommendation. That's good because the kids need to have fun. You're right. Yeah, I mean, it depends, of course, of the culture. Yeah, and of course that matters too. But yeah, I think that a good way. I mean, including that, and when you're going to teach them discipline, and you still have to have some fun with them, right? And then after you can change to make them go serious and so on, right? So I also think that okay. So the question is answered. Thank you very much. Well, we're waiting. We wait to have you more times with us, Elif, because it's been very useful. So now remember that you already have another thoughts for the next lessons. Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
So I mean, people is actually Lisa said, excellent book. Wow. Yes, keep us posted. The people already wondering.
Yeah, of course, I will. I am just trying to finish.
Nice. Okay. There is another interesting question before we leave. If you don't choose Taekwondo, what other sports would you choose?
I won't do any sports. I will dance.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So many old friends of mine from international area knows me very well. But I would do ballet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But nice. I will be the shortest and the fastest ballerina all around the world, I guess.
Yeah, nice.
I have 1.5 meters.
Right. But I mean, I think that is good too. I mean, for ballet, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a dream actually. Another dream of mine when I was a child.
I see. Never is too late. I don't know. I mean, you have the discipline. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, here's another people that is trying to send you a comment, but saying, "Oh, I don't speak English, so can you help me to translate?" Of course. But if you send us the question, I can. We're almost done here, but if you hurry, I can read it. Yeah, because people, it sometimes wants to say something, but probably they don't.
Yeah. Okay. Right, I get it. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So how are you before we leave? How are you handling the trainings there? I mean, is still your father like teaching you sometimes there or not?
Yeah, he is. Before this days, the quarantinas days, he was. I was working in our city mayor with him. I was the consultant of a sport of him. So I was so busy. I didn't have time for anything. My father was always calling me that our training is started. So when do you planning to come and join us, please? And I was just like, Father, I'm so sorry. I can't come today, but I will go 5 a.m. in the morning with you. So we had plans before that these days, like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. training in the morning. In these days, he just released us. He knows that we are trained in our rooms or in living room in front of him. But he is just asking the questions like, what did you do today as a training? Do you train for your stretching? You train for your core? Why didn't you do that? You have to do, your technique is missing like that, or so many questions and so many comments from my dad. It's so hard to live with them, actually.
Yeah, that's the like the price to have a champion father like you have. So yeah, right?
Yeah, it is. It's In Peru, 2016, when I got a gold medal, I went to my father, he celebrated me. I know he's so happy and I am happy.
Yeah.
And he just hugged me and said, "You did this mistake in Yopchali." Okay, Dad, I am a world champion now, know? Thank you, but
I can imagine that. Yeah, that's like your father, of course, always want the best for his daughter. So always trying to look for everything, right? All the mistakes and everything. But nice histories to tell. That's good to hear.
It is.
Okay, Elif, thank you very much. We are pleased to have you with us. Thank you for the time you dedicate to all of us all around the world. Again, thank you for all the people that's online now together, all the social media channels. So keep in touch, keep tuned to all the social media channels again, to still keep having some trainings. This is your home, Elif. Whenever you want, or whenever you feel free to come to us and join us and to have more trainings like this. Thank you very much. Would you like to give a message for all the people that's watching your session?
And thank you, and you're welcome. I will try to do my best for our sessions. So thank you for who's joining us. And remember to join our European Open Taekwondo Poomsae Championships. Okay? So.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Take care. Keep safe. Keep in shape. Take care. Thank you, Elif.
Thank you. You're welcome. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.